Life is tough. Sometimes, in spite of all your best efforts, you still become overwhelmed with the trenches of your inner battles and struggles. It seems as though you never have enough time to get the things you need to do on a daily basis done. I am the voice and the hand that encourages people to change their lives with hope, comfort, and peace. So remember that the struggles and the challenges that you keep having will never change unless you first decide to get your mind right. So I ask you, do you have a mind to change? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying tuned to Staying Healthy the Natural Way. My name is Jill White-Huffman. I do encourage you to watch the program because, as you can see from time to time, I try to have some kind of health-related type of programs, whether I'm doing stretching or exercising. Something that you might need there, you may be having some struggles and discomforts with those problems, or maybe a family member or friend may be having some problems. So I do try to do things that hopefully, we live with from day to day and can be beneficial. So this is one area that I know we all struggle with, and it's our feet. When our feet are happy, then usually our bodies are happy, because one of the things that we have to remember is that feet control every aspect of our body. All the nerves are 7,200 nerve endings that originate right there in the feet. So it's real important that we keep our feet nice and healthy. It stimulates everything, every organ, every system, every muscle, just the entire body. There's a map that's right there on the feet, and it sort of tells you this is the shoulder, this is the neck, this is the liver, this is the pancreas. So it tells every part of our body. And a lot of times when I'm massaging the feet, and you'll see that demo there at the end of the program, is you'll see that there's some areas that's going to feel noduly or like an adhesion or a knot. Just like you feel there on your shoulder, you'll feel that in your feet. And that's an area that needs some work, and it's telling me when I work with that particular problem that there's probably some dysfunction or some areas on that, which I'll be demoing with Noni today. There's some areas on our body that may need some blood circulation, and the best way to do that is by stretching and hydrating the body and keeping the nourishment and the nutrients going through there, the water flowing through there, and good blood circulation. That's how we're going to heal and rehabilitate our bodies. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some stretches that you can do there at home. So what I would encourage you to do is sit at the edge of your table, your chair. If you're sitting on a chair, if you're sitting there at the couch, sit at the edge, because what we want to do is make sure that the knees are out beyond, the knees are not out beyond the toes, that the toes are out beyond the knees, so that we've got good body mechanics. We want to make sure that we're sitting up on our tailbones. Real important. Body mechanics are real important to stretching, because as we begin to stimulate some parts and stretch some parts on our feet, then we want to make sure that the oxygen is being distributed properly. So what I want you to do, and if you're not sitting at a couch, or grab your chair, sit at the edge. But again, make sure the body mechanics are good. And I want you to take your leg here, and I want you to overlap it on your foot. Now let's say that you all cannot, you can't do this. Then you can, if you're sitting there at the bed, then just take your leg where you can actually touch it. Or if you can't do this at all, then maybe there's somebody there at home that can palpate your feet and sort of give you some flexibility there and some range of motion to get some nourishment there. But what we're going to do is we're going to start out with what's called a foot pointer. And what I want you to do is I want you to now make sure that your ankle is not pressing up on this leg, okay? So you want to make sure that you're over it so that you can get a good stretch here. So you put one hand here below the knee. The other one is here. And I want you to give it a big stretch. Just take those little toes there and push them down. And what you're doing is you're working with all these shin muscles here, all the way down to the toes, and the shin muscles, the calf muscles, and then of course this is what's called the reproductive system here on the male and female, and then of course the chest area. So what you're doing is getting some good blood circulating. Now when you're sitting, I want you to make sure that you're on balancing yourself on both cheeks, okay? Don't go too far over to the right side. And just stretch. Again, this is a pointer stretch. Stretching is done nice and slow. Everybody needs to stretch. Stretching is very important because what it does is it helps blood to distribute through the body, and it helps with circulation. Helps loosen up muscles, keeps you from feeling as much pain. It also helps you to stay in good alignment. So hold this stretch.